Welcome back to the Truth or Tale Files, the channel where eerie encounters and unexplainable phenomena are brought to life. Today's story dives into one of the most chilling and well-documented hauntings in American history, the Bell Witch, a tale that dates back to the early 1800s and still haunts Tennessee folklore. But is it real, or has time turned legend into fact? Let's dig into the mystery. But first, if you guessed that last week's story, The Fog of Briar Hollow, was made up, you're right. That one was a tale, fictional, but inspired by real fog legends from New England. Thanks to everyone who left their guesses in the comments. We love seeing what you thought. Now, let's see if this week's story has you guessing all over again. In the early 1800s, in the quiet farmlands of Adams, Tennessee, lived the Bell family. John Bell, a successful farmer, had moved his family from North Carolina to establish a prosperous homestead. But what began as a dream soon turned into a nightmare that would become one of the most infamous hauntings in American history, the tale of the Bell Witch. The first signs of trouble came in 1817. John Bell encountered strange-looking animals in the cornfield, a creature with the body of a dog and the head of a rabbit. When he shot at it, it vanished. That same night, the family began hearing strange noises, knocking on the walls, chains dragging on the floor, and the sound of someone gnawing at the bedposts. Soon the disturbances escalated. Bed covers were ripped off in the middle of the night, pillows were tossed, and the children were slapped and scratched by invisible hands. One daughter, Betsy Bell, became the primary target. She was pinched, her hair pulled, and even beaten. The entity would whisper threats in her ears and became especially violent whenever she was alone. John Bell and his wife Lucy were deeply disturbed and tried to keep the haunting secret. But the phenomenon intensified, and soon neighbors and local clergy were invited to witness it. To everyone's shock, the spirit would speak, sometimes in a low, raspy voice, other times clear as day. It claimed to be Kate, a spirit sent to haunt John Bell. It sang hymns, quoted scripture, and even revealed secrets no one else could have known. Over time, the spirit's antics attracted attention from miles around. Notably, General Andrew Jackson, future U.S. President, visited the Bell Farm in 1819, curious about the rumors. According to legend, Jackson's wagon stalled on the way to the property and his horses wouldn't budge. A voice from the woods declared, "You may go no further." And only after Jackson acknowledged the spirit did the wagon begin to move. That night, his men were reportedly tormented by visible forces, and Jackson left by morning, saying, "I'd rather fight the British than the Bell Witch." The torment continued for years, culminating in John Bell's mysterious death in December 1820. He had been in declining health, and on the morning of his death, a strange vial of black liquid was found by his bedside. The spirit declared, "I gave old Jack a dose last night," implying it had poisoned him. The family fed a drop of the substance to the cat, which died instantly. After John Bell's death, the activity diminished but never completely stopped. The spirit bid farewell in 1821, promising to return in 7 years. In 1828, strange occurrences resumed briefly before fading into legend. To this day, the Bell Witch story remains one of the few hauntings with multiple written eyewitness accounts and public testimonies. The original Bell homestead is gone, but a cave nearby, now known as the Bell Witch Cave, is said to be the spirit's current residence. Visitors report cold spots, disembodied voices, and shadowy figures lurking in the darkness. Skeptics argue the Bell Witch was a fabrication or the result of mass hysteria, but believers point to the consistent reports, the injuries, and the vivid detail of the manifestations as proof that something otherworldly truly happened in Adams, Tennessee. So, what do you think? Was the Bell Witch a real paranormal force or just an elaborate tale passed down through generations? Drop your answer in the comments and let us know if you think this haunting is truth or tale. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next episode of the Truth or Tale Files.